How'd practice go?
I thought it was sharp. You know, it's an interesting situation for Thursday practice. I don't, you know, it was a lot lighter. Yesterday was kind of a heavy Thursday, and this is kind of a light Thursday.
Lighters, okay.
So, but it was good. I mean, the kids seemed into it. You know, obviously I watched the defense a lot more. But we hit a lot of situations that we've tried to touch on throughout bowl preparation, but you know, the 2-minute deals, which hit us a lot yesterday, but the last play of the half, last play of the game, you know, all the little kicking stuff that goes into it. You know, it doesn't assure success, but at least you can say you've tried to hit it. So anyway.
Early on, before the bowl, you said teams that win the bowls are the teams that want to be there more, or you said some version of that.
Yes.
How do you feel? Where are your guys on that?
Well, I think they've had a heck of a time here. You know,
too much fun or not?
Well, I don't know. That's, you know, we're gonna reel them in a little bit tonight, and you know, I guess we'll find out on Saturday. I do think that the plan that we had for practicing last Thursday and then getting in here on Monday and running a little bit was the right thing to do. I think 5 days off, and you know, in retrospect, was too much.
Okay.
But you know, they earned more time off, and that was something they really wanted. And, you know, you got to be willing as a leader to listen to your troops a little bit. So giving them off last Thursday, but the deal getting in here late, you know, the combination of the two probably, had I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have had the combination of the two. So that was one thing. But you know, it is what it is. And we'll move on. And you know, I think the guys are excited. We'll find out on Saturday. You know, you still have a concern, a lot of anxiety as a coach that once you've had the struggles that we have had this season, you know that's in them. You know, and you hope that doesn't rear its ugly head in the game. But I mean, I can't honestly say there's anything that we could have done more of or less of that probably would have made a difference in that.
Did they hit a reset button, you think? I mean, is it with a month between?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I think we're probably who we are.
Okay.
You know, I think that we have limitations at some positions, and you know, and I can say that defensively we have to, like we always have had to, have the hammer completely down.
Okay.
To be effective. And if we don't have the hammer all the way down, then we're not going to be effective. UCLA is a good football team. They recruit top players in the country, in this part of the country. You know, I don't know that probably Oregon and Southern Cal are their only recruiting battles.
Okay.
You know, I don't know that Illinois can sit there and say that they've won all their recruiting battles with only 2 other schools in our part of the country. So we know they've got good players, and we're just going to have to come out and play electric and be enthusiastic, and hopefully our conditioning that we did back in Champaign, you know, pays off, and then we get the breaks that it takes to win.
Coach Zuck's going to be somewhere watching the game, I assume, back in Florida.
Yeah, it's probably going to be tough on him. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, what you thinking about him a little bit when you talk to him about this?
Okay. Always thinking about him. I mean, I always think about what would he have said or what would he have done, and you know, this is still his football team that he built, and he's had a lot of sleepless nights over, and we're just trying to kind of get it into the game and let the guys play and do the best we can. I think that at some point in time, coaching becomes overrated, and it's the players that make the difference. And I think especially maybe in the bowl games.
Okay.
I mean, we can make a decision rather than to go for 2, or like Air Force did yesterday, or whether to do a surprise onside like Purdue did, or you can make those decisions, but effectively the players still got to block and tackle or recover the ball, and we've worked on all these different things that should give us a chance to be successful.
You using a swinging gate or not? Somebody asked me about that.
Oh yeah, we've had that in forever.
So why change, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But it will be in.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You wouldn't. Okay, that's a little ode to him too, isn't it? Because that's his thing, right?
Well, I don't know if it's his or Coach Gilbert's or whose. I just know.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it all year. I'm not changing that. You know, again, there's a lot of things. If it was my team and I was a head coach, that would start from scratch, and there's a lot of little things that I'd done differently. But I had my chance at Wyoming. We didn't win enough, so I don't mean that we didn't do a good job. It just means we didn't win enough. So it's see.